today we're going to be focusing on some high quality shoes that you might want to pick up. Before we get started, I just want to say if you're not signed up with my code already, I would highly recommend you do so by clicking the first link in the description and signing up, because you will get a $500 off discount on shipping. So it will help you out big time. Let's get started. Here we have the most popular shoe of all time, the Nike Air Force Ones. Everyone should have these shoes in their collection. It's such a nice shoe. Like, honestly, it is my favorite shoe of all time. If we're talking like just basic, this is probably the best shoe ever. And it's just so versatile because it's just white. It goes literally with anything. And it's just such a nice shoe. You can see the metal here. It's very good stitched on. The weight's great. Everything is just perfectly well stitched together. You can see in here, the sole looks pretty cool too. So overall, you can see in the lighting here, it is a very nice shoe. It's simple, calm, but you know, everyone kind of needs to have this shoe because it's just such a nice, versatile, and popular shoe. Moving on to more of a colorful Air Force One, we have, you know, a nice green and I guess that's like a yellow and red. So here it's kind of looks like a lizard, and I think that's kind of what it's going for. So this is really nice. It has a good weight to it, just like the last one. And you know, it has this cool colorway, which I really like. And it kind of has a glossy feel to it. Kind of like this one here also has a glossy feel. That's kind of what it's going for here too. So it does that perfectly. And yeah, I think this is really cool. And again, if you want to pick these up, first sign up using my code and then go to my spreadsheet, which will be the second link in the description, where you can find most of these items here. But yeah, overall, this is a very cool shoe, a yellow, red, green mix. The sole itself, I mean, not the sole, the back of it itself is really cool, very high quality. Every shoe in this video is going to be extremely high quality, the best quality you can get from Kakobuy. And yeah, so this is just a really nice shoe. I highly recommend picking this up if you're into these, you know, greener, yellow, red type of shoes. This is a very good option. Now we can move on to the Jordans section. These are also one of my favorite shoes. This is just, guys, look at this. You can even see the detail on this. It's just such good quality, man. Like, you can see even the fuzz, everything stitched on literally perfectly. The cookies and cream type of, like, you know, painting here on the tag is really cool. What it's trying to go for here is more of like, you know, a comfy, compact type of feel. You know, the sole is also very good. You can see the air inside the shoe. That is a very important detail when picking up these types of shoes. Here you see the back, which is blue and black. Pretty cool. And overall, this is just a really cool shoe. The colors go well together, and you can see it does pass the flap test, and that's a very crucial thing when buying these types of shoes. So this is really nice, a great weight to it. You know, no one's gonna think this is fake. It is the real thing. And yeah, I'd highly recommend picking this up if you're into some Jordans. Here we have another Jordan 4 colorway. This is, I believe, is like a greener, yeah, green and white. I really love this colorway. Guys. Again, we have the, you know, kind of furry texture here, but not all around like the last one. It's just a mixture of, you know, like a nutty, you know, silk and furry kind of material. Here we have the back. It's caramel white and, you know, a little bit of red on the logo. Here we have green and white. I just love the colorway with this. It's just such a nice, vibrant feel to it, kind of like a summer shoe, you know, if that makes sense. But this is just such a really cool, nice shoe. I love the colors. It is very light, playful kind of vibes to it. So overall, very cool, very nice. And here's the tag. Once again, does pass the flap test, so that is a very crucial thing. So here we can see the strap. It kind of goes into the lace as well. And everything, to the logo, to the laces, the material itself is all stitched on extremely well, guys, and it's very top quality. Now we can move on to some other shoes I wanted to put in this video. Here we have the Bathing Ape blue and white star. It's very cool. I love the back. That's probably my favorite part. Like, you can even see in the light here, the back is just so well detailed. It's really cool stuff. Here again, with the glossy feel, you can see the light, you know, reflect off it very well. It almost looks like there's something glazed all over it, which is really cool. And again, if you want this, sign up using my code. It will be the first link in the description, and you'll get $500 off shipping. Here we have some Mason Margiela shoes. I love this shoe. It's just such a nice, classy feel to it. Like, it's an old money, classy thing. First, we have the, I guess, the cotton. Pretty cool stuff. But here we have the shoe itself. This is just a very classy shoe, guys. Like, it's just such a classy type of feel to it. So if you're like kind of into the more old money stuff, then I'd highly recommend this because it's really cool. It's simple, you know, caramel and white, and you know, a little bit of like beige or whatever. But overall, this is a very nice classy shoe, guys. I'd wear this like if I'm going to, you know, a restaurant or something, or a fancy place, you know. This is just what you want. It is very cool, very nice. I'm gonna pick up these. I'm gonna pick up another version of these because I just really like them. I think it's really cool because I'm personally into that, you know, more old money type of style. So if it's not your style, then maybe this won't be the best decision. But if it is, then I'd highly recommend picking this up. So that is cool, and yeah, very cool stuff. Now we're on to the more designer shoes, with the first one being Louis Vuitton. This is just a very cool shoe, guys. Now, is this something I'd wear in public? Maybe not, because I'm more into, you know, the low-key type of shoes. But if you're into these more designer type, you know, shoes, this is very, very cool, guys. We have, you know, amazing material. You know, the way it kind of switches material between, you know, whatever part of the shoe it is. That is very cool. You can see the details. I'll just show you here with the light. And here is just the overall shoe. Very, very cool. Very nice. I love the back because it kind of just switches material throughout the entire, you know, back. So I love how that is. I love the logo too. It's very cool font. It's all, you know, 3D stuff. And we obviously have this like cool circle looking thingy. But yeah, overall, this is a very cool shoe, guys. I would highly recommend this, and you'll get it for way cheaper if you actually, instead of getting the real thing, because the real thing is extremely expensive. I'll have it on screen right now. It is very expensive. So this is definitely a great option if you want a cheaper alternative, but still the same quality. Now we're on to, in my opinion, what is the most cool looking shoe of the video. Is the Balenciaga track sneaker, the black version, of course. And here it just looks really cool. There's a lot to, you know, look at right now, but we have, you know, everything kind of intertwining itself to the material, to the laces, to, you know, the actual back itself. It looks like a literal tire to a truck, which is really cool. And yeah, we just have, it's a very heavy kind of blocky feel, but if you're into that stuff, then this is a very good option for you. It is just a very cool shoe. It definitely will stand out if you're wearing it. And the grip is kind of crazy because that's kind of what it's going for. It's a very grippy kind of like truck tire type of feel. And you know, I'm kind of, my hands hurting just holding this up because it is very heavy shoe. But that's kind of why it's, you know, so popular, is because it kind of has that weight to it. And here we have the back. We have the actual logo, or yeah, here we have the logo, and very cool, guys. I highly recommend this if you're into some Balenciaga shoes, because this is just really cool, and I highly recommend it. That's going to be the haul, guys. I highly recommend signing up with my code, which will be the first link in the description. So sign up using that, and you'll get a $500 discount on anything you want here, or clothing, or anything you want, as I've said. So highly recommend that. And in my spreadsheet, if you also want to check that out, that'll be a great option for you too. Anyways, peace.